Basher. Sorry for being late. I just had Rose duty today that just went a little bit long. There were a lot of things that needed to get done, and they got done. And I'm so grateful to be with you today. Happy when we were Wednesdays. Melly C, the cream of the crop. You're the top. You're the Tower of Pisa. You're the top. You're the Mona Lisa. Listen to the Streisand version from What's Up, Doc. It's the best version I ever heard of You're the Top. It's absolutely fabulous. As are you, Melly C, in at number one. Happy hump day to Dirk and all the beautiful bashers. The beautiful bashers. I haven't done that one in a while. The beautiful bashers. Great to have you on the show, Melly C. Of course, you're number one. You're getting your basher of the day. The new one, Andy M says, wow, second. How is that possible? You guys must have been on the same couch doing the same thing. Good evening, kind sir. Wishing you and yours only good things. It's the only good things guy, and that's who he is, man. Only good things. It's Andy M. Andy M. Great to have you in the room. And Eminem crew dominating. It looks that way to me. I've switched to a different set of headphones today, and it's so reverberant. Very odd. I feel like I'm in the studio ready to cut a vocal. It's that crisp and clear. Because singers do that. Look at that. You hear that? Why is it picking that up? That's this. I had to change headphones, so it's a new jack. Andy M, great to have you in the room. Well done, Melly C says Panel Power, who for the first time in quite a long time did not get the number one spot, and he has been consistently number one in this game, which has been crazy. Panel Power, congratulations for your incredible streak. And that streak has been cut short by the incomparable Melly C. Bruce Stuttgart is in. Good day, Bashers. Good day, Bashers. I better be very, very careful. As I watched Rick Beato's stream last night, Rick Beato, for those of you who don't know, is one of the biggest music YouTubers in the world. He's got 5+ million subscribers. He's basically a guy who lives down in Atlanta area, and he's a producer and a musician, and he interviews everybody from David Gilmour to Yngwie Malmsteen. I mean, it's just, the gamut is just, it's insane. He's just been on a rant lately about these record labels coming down on him really, really hard and copyright striking him. Not a copy. Usually, if you play somebody's music, as you know, Emmett and I, when we get together, we do a drinking night of songs and fun. Well, the stream gets demonetized, because demonetization, by the way, if you want to know what that means, it means they'll instantly run commercials. As you know, I don't really run commercials on the show because I'm not a big channel, so there's no payoff. It doesn't make any sense. Why am I going to belabor you guys with ridiculous amounts of commercials? But if a couple of mine do have them, and that's not because of me, it's because YouTube adds commercials, so those people who claim to copyright can make a little bit of money, which is about 2 cents, 3 cents, 5 cents. It's nothing. But he's getting strikes like I got from Melania Gate. Now, with Melania Gate, because we showed her boobs on the show, which was, whatever, we learned from our mistakes. They gave me a copyright strike. 3 strikes and you're out. And Rick Beato is currently at 3 strikes, but he is defending them with an attorney. It's very tough to sing Good Day, Bash. Good Day, Bash. It's day 451. I gave him the Basher of the Day yesterday because, 1, he's the king of the Bashers of the Day, and 2, he hadn't gotten a song in a long time because he gives them up all the time. And he deserves it because this guy is, number one in the game. What are you going to do? It's Dave Fahrenheit 451. Steve Mac 3, Steve Mac from Scotland. 4 is a magic number. It is indeed. And it is my favorite number, 4. Always has been. Wow, Melly C and Andy M. Is this a fix? The fix is in, Dino. Andy M, you sure you dominate or get dominated? I think you know the answer. Well, it all comes down to you know what. Andrew Wilkowicz, Canadian $5. Congratulations, Melly. Well deserved. You are an inspiration. She sure is, man. Upvote and subscribe. And as always, we start out the show with the Andrew Wilkowicz commemorative gong. What's up with you, StreamYard? It didn't play my intro at the right time. I had to hit it. I have to hit everything twice today. I have to hit everything twice today. I'm waking, and we'll watch the recording tonight. Enjoy the show, everyone. Oh, I hope you all do, and it's great to have you tonight. I'm sure you'll send me a message, and I look forward to it. Hey, Dirk and all the Bashers, have a great show. Happy to be able to watch the stream live tonight. I hope you are able to watch it, considering that I was an hour late. But Steve Zaleski, great to see you all the time, baby. All the way to America. What is it? Yeah, the ship. Isn't that a pretty thumbnail? I'm considering leaving the Chat GPT thumbnail world because they just updated it to 5.0 and it's a mess. First of all, 4.0 wouldn't give me the proper sizing. I had to resize it in Photoshop. Listen, it's not such a big deal, but it's consistently wrong. And now with this new one, it says, I'll generate the image in just 1 second. And I'm like, 20 minutes later, where's the image? I need to do images fast so I can fix them or change them or, get them as close to ready for the show as possible. And then I'll fudge with them in Photoshop. But it hasn't been working for me at all. So I have to look into what's another thumbnail generator that's good, that'll do the job like I wanted to, So we'll see. Our existence is a half dream. It is difficult to know where the dream ends and reality begins. Renaissance, dear Julian. If a black cat crosses your path, it signifies that the animal is going somewhere. That's pretty well done. Nikki B, Mr. Brooker says, well done, Melly C. Congrats and hi all. Had a very long day, 8 hours in a car for a business meeting. Why can't you just Zoom? Why do they put people through that nonsense? Having a little Drooby Drood coffee, wearing my Seiko field watch, my beautiful Seiko. I love this watch. I wear it all the time. People are talking about it. They say it might be the very best one yet. Absolutely love it. Why don't they just let you do a Zoom and then an 8 hour to buy you a plane ticket? 8 hours in a car? That's not right. But I'm looking forward to 4 hours in a car. And that's what's going to happen when we get to Italy, because we figured it out. Me and the precious one, Dana, we figured it out. And all four of us are going to be in the same airport at the same time. So we're just going to jump in a car and go on a long Italian drive to get to the town, get to where we're going, stop at some autogrills. I love being in a car with those guys. It's my gang. Renaissance. The literal meaning of life is whatever you're doing that prevents you from killing yourself. I just watched a trailer. I don't, as Oshin says, I only watch movies that were made before 1960, and that's very close to true. But I like Jason Statham a lot. One, he's a ride, and two, these movies are fun. The Beekeeper and Felicia Rashad is in it, and she gets scammed by like malware software that's hijack your computer and say call this number. Anyone who calls the number is an idiot. One, we should all know that by now. And anyway, she winds up killing herself, and it's just like, because somebody stole all your money out of the bank because they're scumbags. No, you figure out a way to get back at them. She was so embarrassed that no, don't kill yourself. Get Jason Statham to go kick their arse. The problem for us is not that our desire is that how I read this. The problem for us is not our desires satisfied, or whether our desires are satisfied or not. The problem is, how do we know what we desire? It's a great question, Julian. I mean, desire is an interesting word. What does it really mean? There's sexual desire, there's career desire, there's all kinds of desires. Is desire and aspiration the same thing? Some would say yay, some would say nay. But it's interesting. The problem for us is not whether our desires are satisfied or not. I mean, some people are never satisfied. I mean, that's the problem. I know a few of those people. And then there are some people that are satisfied with their lot. They make lemonade. out of things that, listen, I've been in the music business for most of my life, and I've seen so many great and talented people never get where they deserve to have gone, more than most, because I only hang around with very, very talented people. I only have one or two professional, untalented friends, maybe one or two. And I found that for the most part, the people with the songs are the people that are more successful, and the people who have the most innate talent, the best singers, guitar players, drummers, etc., instrumentalists, vocalists. They should put that on the back burner and be the guy with the great songs. I'm not saying that these people didn't have great songs, because they did, to me at least. But sometimes you just have to pander to the masses, and that's the sad thing. But I know a lot of people who are never satisfied, and that's, youth plays a big part of that too. When you get angry that you're not fulfilling your obligations to yourself. I don't know. Sometimes the simple things are more fun and meaningful than all the banquets in the world. Amen. Hallelujah. I would much rather walk into a bar and have a chitter chatter with somebody I don't know, find out where they're from and all that stuff, than go to a banquet. That doesn't even interest me. And I'm famous for saying, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't have a fear of missing out. I have a fear of being invited. Not that I don't have a good time when I go do that, because that's true. I generally feel like an idiot afterwards. I generally feel like, wow, I can't believe I didn't want to go to this. But sometimes you just have to go, To think what is true, to sense what is beautiful, and to want what is good. Hereby the spirit finds purpose of a life in reason. Gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful, and so well put. It is Mart and Bronson, the king of the forest. I got to do that better. The king of the forest. You're going to have that really slow, wide vibrato. And here's my girl, Mimi RW. Yay, Mally Mal. I love that you guys are close. It's very super cool. I love that you're friends. Because Mimi, of course, I've known my whole life. And Melly, I haven't known you anywhere near as long, but I know that you're special, and special people belong together. Franco Fiore, please upvote. Please, grazie mille, signore. Please upvote. Join our community. I'm a basher, you're a basher. Wouldn't you like to be a basher too? You could be. Hiteshi, nice work at Melly C. Hello, Bastardos. Missed my Basher family. Oh, because you were away, right? You went, Japan. Still feeling tired from our Japanese vacation. We'll catch up on the replay. Great to be back. Welcome home. You deserve it, man. You welcome home, my friend. And that's okay. So you're in the Pacific Northwest. That's a pretty straight shot to Japan. That's probably not that bad. What is that? About 8 hours? I honestly don't know, because I've never flown across the Pacific. Never done it. And I know a lot of planes don't go over the Pacific. They go up around Alaska, down Russia way. They kind of cut over the top. There's a reason, because the ocean's too big. There would be nowhere to land. So they have to go up from the Pacific Northwest. They have to go up past Alaska, around the Arctic Circle, and then down in Siberia, and come all the way down to Japan. So I wonder how long that is. Anybody know the flight time? Hey, all, it's Robin's Bird. Nice, Melly C, and congratulations to her, of course, and the beautiful Robin's Bird. How are you, honey? Let's give big hearts out to all the ladies of the Bash. Any of the ladies of the Bash in the room today, you get the big hearts. Well, you should get the big hearts. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. Come on. Why am I doing this wrong? Sometimes it goes nice. You're not working. There you go. There you go. Thank you very much. Robin's Bird, everybody. Hey, Nelius. Thanks for being late, just back from the pub. Hey, great to have you on the show. You're welcome. So I'll tell you what I did today, briefly. So I hired a cleaning service for Rose, because, listen, I do what I can and I maintain as best as I can, but I've really been wanting to really give her place a real sparkle. So we got together, and I got a great referral, and I had some ladies in there. And while they were doing that, I took Rose for a manicure, and she had said that she hadn't had one in 30 years. And so we went up the street to the local nail place, and we sat down. We had some coffee, and she got a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful nail polish, this pale pink, beautiful manicure, and she had a great time. And they're just finishing up now. That's why I had to put the show back, because it was taking them so long. They're doing such an amazing job. So I'm very that was my day. I was juggling appointments for her, and they were supposed to get here at 11, and they didn't get here till 2. So that's what happened. Fergal's here. Hey, Dirk and the Bashers. Well, hello, Fergal. I am up early yet again, so I will catch this tomorrow. You work too hard, my friend. And it's Handsome Joe. Did you send us a when you were Wednesdays? Did you, Joe LaFaro? Because everybody wants to see you. Like, what were you, varsity football, or you probably were. Can't imagine why these record companies think they're losing anything because Rick Beato plays a bit. Yeah, well, that's the whole point. He's trying to get at is it's fair use, and YouTube has a policy about fair use. If I pick up a guitar and I play, hello something or other, play any song, I'll probably get away with it for a couple of seconds. But he played 10 seconds of a song, and that was 10 seconds too many. We all know who the big companies are and the big artists, the the Eagles, who want to put copyrights on street people. But it's fine if they hit you with a copyright claim. All that does is mean you don't have commercials on your show, and that's fine. None of us mind that. But a copyright strike could be the end. He said that he's in danger of losing his channel if he loses any of the. He had to hire a well, he's got a big channel. So obviously Rick Beato's making crazy money. He's flying to London and blah, blah, blah. And, talking to David Gilmour. He once said, I'll never be able to interview David Gilmour. Well, look at that. And he got it from Pink Floyd. So he's got 3 strikes on his channel right now. And he's got a full-time lawyer. And he said that he has had to fight 40 not 40, what am I saying? 1,000 copyright claims against him. He's fair use because his channel is not an exploitation channel. It is a learning channel. He talks about, it's an interview channel. He talks about chord sequences and modes and all kinds of things that, that relate to music. And he interviews the artists that made them. He does top 10s and he reviews songs. This is fair use in its absolute definition. So it makes no sense whatsoever that he gets them, and he does. And it's just because why people give a shit about 50 cents. I mean, it's 50 cents. Rick Beato's probably maybe $5, but it's just absolutely ridiculous. Everyone works all day to earn a currency backed by nothing. Yeah, that's true. How long have we been off the gold standard now? It's crazy. It's Matthew Jones. Hey, Matthew Jones, looking handsome as hell there. Hey, Dirk, what's your ultimate daily wear watch? Enjoying the chat. Thanks, buddy. Man, it's my Speedy reduced. I wear it. I mean, it is. Where did I put it? Just took it off. Didn't I? What did I do with the Speedy? I have a watch drawer. What did I do with it? Oh, okay. This one. This is my because the bracelet is the slinkiest bracelet in the history of bracelets, man. It is so unbelievably smooth and silky. So this is my. I love this bracelet. I love it. This is the watch I wear almost every day. Not just on Tuesday. I wear it all the time. And if and I mean that obviously you guys know that I wear my Seiko quite often. My field. I always forget the reference on that. It's P36 something or other. I always forget the reference on it. I'm not that great with that. Yeah, this is my everyday thing. I sometimes wear my Wolf and Field and Marine. You guys know, you see me wearing the Peanuts Timexes all the time, and when it's like that kind of day, like for example, like what watch am I taking to Italy? Do you guys know what watch I'm taking to Italy? I'm taking that. That's the watch that's going to Italy. That's the one that's going. I don't wear that as much because It's fancy and it's beautiful, and I love it. And it is smooth, silky smooth, and gorgeous, and it's amazing. And I'm just petrified I'm going to hurt that crystal because it's, it's one piece of green sapphire that Rolex grows by themselves, and it's like I'm petrified because, I'll show you. Well, this is fun, just so you know, right? So many years ago when I was in Greece, I bought a cheapy one from a place. It's a fake milk house. And of course, I would never do that again. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. See, the indices fell off because it's a piece of shit. But this had a green crystal, nowhere near as real. But I smashed it into a parking meter, and so I'm like afraid of that. So it's not the same thing. I've got the real McCoy now, and I certainly don't want that to happen. So I would say ultimate daily wear watch is a speed, but Matthew. Like this morning, it was raining in New York City, and I'm walking around. I'm like, oh shit, I have a Speedmaster on. Because you have to think of those things. But I will say the following: one of these days, I'm going to get an Aquaterra. Not with the cupcake dial though, because I don't like it. I'm probably going to get the. I've fallen in love with so many different ones. I was offered the green dial one, and I didn't. I took the speedy reduced instead. Aquaterra, it's like having an OP. It's an Oyster Perpetual. It's a perfect all-arounder watch. It really is, with a date. I mean, it's perfect. I love almost all of the Aquaterras. I'm just not a fan of that cupcake dial at all. I like the golf edition. I do like the date at 6 as opposed to the date at 3, but it's not a deal breaker. But I think if I was to go if I could only have one watch, I think I've always thought that, and of course, guys know I love the 60th anniversary Speedy, and I love I'm obsessed with the first Omega in Space, the new one with the sapphire crystal. Imagine having all the money in the world and never being this rich. Yeah, imagine that. I bought a lottery ticket today. Hold on. I bought a Powerball ticket in New York, right? $10 worth, only because it's like $600 million, which means you get $300 million. But that's enough, right? And I would spend most of my time figuring out a way to give that money away. I don't need that kind of money. Nobody needs that kind of money. You take that money and you put it where it works, and you administer it. I would probably get somebody to run some kind of foundation that bequeaths money to animal charities. Obviously, it would be animal charities. Of course, it would be. Or I wouldn't want to start my own because I think there's plenty of them. Vanity charities don't sound very interesting to me, nor necessary when there's already these great advocacy groups out there for all the animals in the world. Maybe perhaps building a place where animals could go, things like that. I mean, I'd keep enough money that would be great, and and live my Italian dream and all that stuff, and make sure everyone in my world is never wanting. That would be great. I want to have that George Clooney moment. I want to have that George Clooney dinner where everybody's got a suitcase in front of them. Open your suitcase. He gave them $1 million in cash. That's how crazy he is. Joe LaFaro, the beekeeper, wasn't bad. It looked really exciting. He makes fun movies. Mark in Brooklyn, don't be scared, but Halloween 2025 is on Friday the 13th for the first time. Is that true? Yeah. Wait. Do I have a guitar here? I do. I probably don't remember how to play this, but let's see. Yeah. Can't wait. Sounds fun. I just listened to the last episode. Thanks for sharing the drama with the landlord. Hey, Alpine Ibex. Can she decide not to renew the lease or rent stabilization? No, she cannot. Nope. He can't do it. As the judge said, that's not on the table. That is not on the table. That's what this was about. She attempted to get rid of our lease and our residency and our rent stabilization protection through the courts. And that is the only governing body that can do that. And he said to her, well, that's not on the table. So, no, she can't do that. I mean, she's going to do other crap. There's no doubt about it. This, like, I haven't seen the last of her, you know. She's going to keep on trying, you know, trying to wear us down. It's not going to happen. I got a great lawyer, and he's like, when she tries this, or this, we're going to do this, or this, and be proactive, you know, because it's just not right. It's just not right. Be a better person. Be a better person. But thanks for asking, Alpine Ibex. Very cool. Watched the new Devo documentary on Netflix last night. It's worth a month of Netflix. Can I just tell you that I subscribe to Netflix and I shouldn't? I subscribe to a lot of. I got rid of some subscriptions the other day, a bunch. I got rid of Paramount because of the crap that they pulled with you know, and Star Trek is on it. Strange. No more Star Trek for me. I'm gonna miss the rest of Strange New World. I'll have to wait till the season's over and find it elsewhere or whatever. But I'm not going to give them my money because I don't like them playing politics with my content. I don't like what they did. So, yeah. And I subscribe to Netflix and I don't watch it very much. Think about all the things that we just go, oh, yeah, I'll subscribe to that. Or you do a trial and the next thing you know, the trial's been over for. I did that recently with something and it said like 3-month free trial. And what I do is I put hey, Siri, to let me know, you know, blah, 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 what date to cancel this in case, just to remind me. And it turns out they bill you right away and you have to fight for it back, which I think is bullshit. Bullshit. Hey, Mark in Brooklyn, Pepsi is raising its prices by 10%. Powell is going to make Taco angry. Pepsi. Listen, we're in a very strange situation. You know, listen, I'm not going to politicize here. I've done it enough and it's boring and people don't like it. And it's like, that's not why people come here anyway. I don't think, because who gives a shit about what I think? But, you know, people are starting to realize a couple of things in reality. People are starting to think, oh shit, why is that stuff so expensive now? Because ingredients cost a lot of money and we have to pay for them, you know, because people still, and I've said this before, that unfortunately the people who don't know the facts are the people that can't get behind a paywall because they watch their news programs that aren't behind a paywall. So that's the only message that they're getting. In order to calculate news, in order to understand it and to parse all that information, you have to look at multiple things, his, hers, and the truth, right? Somewhere in between, something's real. So, you know, Pepsi, 10%. I mean, God, I mean, soda. Think about soda. So listen, you guys all know that I'm a drug addict, right? I'm a Diet Coke addict. It's just a problem. It's Italy doesn't have Diet Coke, so it's either Coca-Cola Light or just Acqua Frizzante, which probably will be that because I don't like Coke Zero. I think it's weird because I'm not a Coca-Cola drinker. I don't really care for Coca-Cola, and that Coke Zero tastes just like Coke, which is not something I'm looking for. They have Coca-Cola Light, but it's hard to find. They're phasing it out. So I don't know. Yeah, it's just I'm sure Pepsi sources some of their, you know, the cocoa coloring or whatever it is. It's not made in the U.S. But Coca-Cola also, I mean, Coca-Cola and Pepsi Cola, these are companies that have bottlers all over the world. So their recipes are made in Indonesia and Hungary and Chad and South Africa and Colombia, and they're made all over the place. So that's why, you know, if you're a Coke person, it'll taste different in everywhere you go. Coca-Cola is a great barometer of conglomerates because no matter what you do, Coca-Cola does not taste the same in New York as it does in England. It doesn't taste the same in France. It doesn't taste the same in Italy. They're all different because they're all bottled somewhere else. In America, they're mostly comes out of Georgia, which is the headquarters of Coca-Cola. Now, the headquarters of Pepsi used to be right down the street from me in Long Island City. The Pepsi sign is still there. It's now a landmark, but there used to be the Pepsi-Cola bottling, and it's Pepsi-Cola bottling factory right down the block. It was amazing, So yeah, it doesn't taste the same. That's like Coca-Cola Light. It's their Diet Coke in Europe. It's weird. I don't like it. But you get used to shit. I don't have that anymore, and I'm not eating mayonnaise anymore. And you know what? I did last week. I bought the Hellmann's plant-based mayonnaise. Plant-based. I love that. I've been a vegetarian like most of my life, certainly 80% of my life, and I have a couple of bad habits, and mayonnaise was like my favorite food. I'd put it on an aspirin. And, it's not like I have high cholesterol or anything, but, I'm getting to a certain age. We got to watch those kind of saturated fats. I don't eat meat, but still doesn't matter. Genetics play a big part of it. And I bought the plant-based stuff, and I was like, oh, wow, this isn't that bad. And then I was like, oh, yeah, it is bad. It's sitting in the refrigerator. I'm probably never going to touch it ever. Joe LaFaro for Bert Lair. If I was king of the forest, nor duke, nor earl. Bert Lahr, genius, the cowardly lion from The Wizard of Oz. Thanks, buddy boy. Thank you for that. Bert Dundee. Hey, Bert Dundee. Urn brew is made from girders. I don't know what urn brew is. What is urn brew? Should we look that up? IRNBRU. Urn brew. Oh, this is a drink. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a popular drink in Urn brew. Urn brew is a Scottish carbonated. I've seen it though. I've seen the can for sure. Is a carbonated soft drink often described as Scotland's other national drink after Scotch whiskey. Introduced in 1901, the drink is produced in Westfield, Cumbernauld, Lake Lanarkshire, probably Lancashire, right? In brew. Oh my God, it's iron brew. Did you say really made out of girders? What do you mean it's not really made out of girders? Okay, let's see what this is made of. Cellulose iron brew. Origins. Iron brew was first produced at the Masswald Chemical Company. I'm fascinated. Popular trademark. Okay. New logo. We don't care about that. Production, marketing. What about what it's made out of? Oh, look at it. Australia, Canada, Middle East, Europe, Russia, United States. Urn brew and diet urn brew have been formulated to me, but is it sold here? I don't think it is. Is it really made out of iron? That would be really crazy weird. From girders. Because Coca-Cola Mexico and Coca-Cola Europe use sugar. Yeah, for their real cola, they use cane sugar. And here, of course, in America, we use everybody's favorite ingredient, high fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup. Which is terrible. LOL, Bert. It's made from girders. Did you just send me on a fool's errand? But that's okay. I don't care. That's funny. Really funny. Mark said lard best, and Trump must drink urn brew. I've seen I would never know the name of it just off the top, but I've certainly seen that can. I'll have to go look to see if that is available to purchase here. I'd like to taste it. I don't mind, That's funny. DG says, congratulations at Melly C. Yeah, congratulations, Melly C. Big hearts out to Melly C. Come on, give me the hearts easy today. There you go. There we go. My Speedy 3861 is also my day-to-day go-to. Nothing like it, in my opinion. Great, man. You can't go. As long as you didn't get the 3861 with Speedy Gate, you're good to go, man. DJ. Dirk, or simply send all. Yeah, dude, that would definitely happen. No, what I would do is I'd have a big basharama. We'd have a bashery, like a jamboree, but a bashery. Rent out some freaking cool, like an Irish castle, right, in the West. My idea of a party, if I was to have a basher party, like a basher get together with like lottery winnings, I would buy a castle in the west of Ireland because I should if I had money. Shouldn't I have an Irish castle? I should. in the West, like Mayo, Sligo, West, Galway, Clare, Kerry, something like somewhere sexy Westy like that, because the West is the best. And, put everybody up, make sure it's like 5-star lodgings and have a big old tents outside and, a lake and all that great stuff. Wouldn't that be fabulous? That's what I'd do. And a Rolex. Why not? Saluti, Dirk. Spero che tu stia bene. Grazie mille, Enrique. How are you? Buonasera, Papa. How are you? Very much. Burton D. YouTube is the way to go. YouTube is, you screw YouTube. YouTube's done some fucked up shit. They've done, listen, I understand fully that YouTube provides me with this platform that I can do my show and talk to you guys. And, I'm going to take you guys on this Italian trip, and it's going to, I broke it up to you, right? So I'm not going to be walking around like all over everywhere. We're going to be looking at places there and talking to lawyers and all that stuff. We're going to be doing a lot of, Italian red tape. They call tape scotch there. So it's like scotch rosso. So funny. So we're going to be doing that. So I'm going to film stuff and then stitch it together, because I'm bringing a laptop with me with Final Cut on it. So I'll be putting content out. There will be walkabouts. There might be a couple of dinners or two. We're there for almost 2 weeks. So I won't be able to do the daily show, but I'll be doing daily uploads of some kind. I'm going to break it the hell up and make it really interesting. Some shots from the flights, landing in Rome, a couple of fun little things. I'm going to have, the 4 Musketeers are getting together, and then the big guy's coming down, and my niece is probably coming, and there'll be it'll be, 2 weeks of very different content for the Bashers, but I think it should be really great and really fun. I just don't want to, because we're doing so much like reconnaissance stuff there. I can't be doing it and sitting down and doing the whole thing. So I'm going to make it much more into trains, trains, planes, real estate, countryside, city life. I'm going to take you to that town. You're going to love it. It's such a beautiful place. It's a, walled city built in the year 9. It's all cobblestones and the beautiful little piazza. And it's not a grand city. It's a very quaint little town with very good restaurants, very good bars, and lots of fun stuff. And it's very progressive town. And there's a lot of cool stuff that goes on there. I think you'll like it. I really think you'll like it. Coffee lovers screaming. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Indeed. Jim Lassick, the handsome one. Hi, Dirk and friends. I just bought my Powerball tickets. You did? Hey, isn't that crazy? Me too, pal. Me too. Isn't that great? Jimmy, if we win, man, I'm telling you right now, I'm saying it right here. I'm gonna buy that castle in Ireland, and everybody's gonna show up for the bashery, and then a Rolex. Because what are you gonna do with that kind of money? That's the first thing. The first thing you got to do is get a lawyer and have them claim it, so the press doesn't know who you are, because you don't want that. You do not want somebody to know you won the lottery. That is the last thing you want. You do not want that, right? Because what will they do? They'll just make you go. Well, I didn't hear the cuckoo sound. Did you guys hear the cuckoo sound? Wow, I'm not hearing any of the noises from the gongs and stuff. That doesn't make any sense at all. I knew it was acting stupid today. How dare you? Jimmy Lassick, thank you, Butts. You heard it here first, kids. Me too. I'm with you. Bruce Meach from Curtis. Because Coca-Cola, they use sugar. Indeed, they do. Be an honor, Jim. He is indeed. They're going to make Coke in America using real sugar again. Well, yeah, limited. Like, he says, I just signed the best deal. They said that they're going to do like the Mexi Cokes. I mean, they should get rid of high fructose corn syrup. I mean, it's just so bad for you. Corn syrup, it says toxic corn. It is the worst. It is probably what made America obese. I think high fructose corn syrup. I know some people say fructose. I'm from New York, so I say high fructose corn syrup. And you're fucking ass too, all right? Forest Hills, not forest. I'm the king of the forest. Imagine if Bert Lahr said that. I'm the king. I'm the king of the forest. It's the forest. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that to my cowardly lion. Yeah. So it's the worst shit ever. Read today that people who have a habit of running marathons tend to have unexpectedly high rates of colon cancer. Yet another reason for me to not run marathons. I used to be an avid runner. I ran 10 miles a day. That's how I got rock star skinny, because here's a story time for you. My band was opening up for a group called Fates Warning. For anybody who likes hard rock or heavy metal, they are, I don't know what their status is. Progressive, very, very progressive. And they were from Connecticut. We used to play in Connecticut quite a bit, and we had a pretty good following there. So we got a chance to open up for this band called Fates Warning. Amazing singer named John Arch. One of the most unique singers in the whole wide world. Very Eastern scale philosophy with singing, crazy. Anyway, we opened up. It was a good show. And then my bass player, my beloved Michael, who's no longer with us, his girlfriend Olga came backstage and she said, great show. She goes, Dirk, I want to say something to you and I hope you take it the right way. And I said, sure, Olga, what is it? She goes, you need to lose about 50 pounds. And I looked at her and I knew that I did, because I was a chubby kid. And I was 19 or maybe 20 at that point. And she said, you guys would look so much better on stage. Life would be easier, and you got a pretty face. And imagine what you would look like if you lost that weight. Well. I started running. I was already a vegetarian. I started running and I worked my way up to 10 miles a day. And 6 months later, I was 80 pounds lighter. And I don't know if I needed to lose 80 pounds, because I was 117 pounds. And that was 117 pounds of rock star. My hair was down to my waist. I was skinny. Yeah, it was amazing. And I loved everything. I kept that off, kept most of that off. 145 to 150 pounds is the ideal weight for me. I lost 8 pounds since I've been on this diet. So I'm getting there. I'll be there probably by the time we get to Italy. Being a good boy. But yeah, I probably overdid it and, came close to having an eating disorder. But I ran like an animal, and I never, ever, ever, ever missed a day. I ran every single day for probably about 10, 11 years. And then my knees started to really bother me. And that's when I took up yoga. But my knees really started to bother me. And I was doing 10 miles of city. I only ever did one half marathon. And that was out on Long Island. And I didn't enjoy it because I don't like the competitiveness. I'm not a competitive person at all. So if I lose at Monopoly or maybe Trivial Pursuit, but I surround myself with very smart people. Emmett. I always want to be on Emmett's team when I'm playing Trivial Pursuit or Cash Cab. Because that guy's got special skills. But I'm not competitive, and I was trying to enjoy the run, and I saw everybody being super competitive and crazy. But like Colin from Mr. North ran the New York City Marathon, and I did aspire to do that at one point, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to do that. Is that a great? I don't know. It's not the kind of accomplishment I was very interested in. I really wasn't, so I didn't do it in the end. And I probably could never do it now because 60. But yeah, I've heard that. Jim Fix, look what happened to him. He just dropped dead of a heart attack. It's like a fruit flavored drink. Not the best, says Steve McThree, and he would know where he lives. I don't like fruity drinks. I don't like Hawaiian Punch or... do you know what I like on an airplane? I like a 7-Up because I do not like Sprite. It's way... Here's a poll. What's better, Sprite or 7-Up? I mean, 7-Up, man. It's crisp and refreshing. And if you've been drinking on a plane, as you should, because I love drinking on planes. My favorite places to drink are airport bars and then on the flight. Yeah, then you pass out for a little while. Not excessive drinking. 2 mimosas or champagnes before you get on the flight, and then a couple of cocktails with dinner and stuff on the flight. That's the way I roll. But I like in the morning if I've woken up or whatever, I always ask for a 7-Up. And I noticed that a lot of airlines don't have 7-Up anymore. I know that Sprite has surpassed 7-Up in terms of popularity, and I do not know why. 7-Up is much, 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 much more refined, and Sprite is super duper sweet and not as bubbly. 7-Up is crisp and fresh, especially if it comes in that little green bottle. Spectacular. What's better, Sprite or 7-Up? I don't like Sprite. I'm surveying Drummuir Castle tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get some cool pics. We can't wait. I'd love to see that. They ruined Earn Brew when they reduced the sugar. Was a great hangover cure. Sugar will do it, man. If you want to cure hangover, it'll definitely do it. Definitely will. Steve Max says definitely MJB. Oh, MJ Brennan. Oh, that's, you guys know it. Sorry. MJ Brennan, MJBC. I'm thinking MJB. There it is. YouTube's new censorship. We cannot watch amazing Melania photos. You guys heard the cuckoo sound, right? Sucks. I couldn't hear it. Believe me, it's a temp. They keep updating StreamYard as well. And it's not, listen, I'm still not working on Chrome anymore. I'm working on this Opera. It's called Opera. It's another browser. Because I have to, because remember that crap of the problems I had a couple of weeks ago? Thanks. I'm glad you heard the cuckoo sound. You can't claim an anonymously. Yeah, you can. In America, you can, Melly. Not in every state, because every state operates like a different country. But in certain states, you can. And what you do is you go through an attorney and you could do it. I don't know what the story is in... You're not allowed to do it in New York. So the best bet is I hand that ticket over to my sister, who claims it through an attorney because she lives in another state. Problem solved. Every state is different, but you can claim you can in America. You guys are hearing it. Yep, all the sounds are fine here. Okay, audio perfect. Yeah, I just couldn't hear it, and that's very weird. Let's see if it's back. Huh? No. Let me do it again. That's very strange. They changed this again. Let me see if it's audio. Speakers, guess. Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal to me as long as you hear it. I don't care. Just glitches that I just can't stand. When and where are you in Italy? I'm there for a few weeks next month in Le Marche. And we get in on the 18th of September. So you know how to get a hold of me. Basherdirk@gmail.com. That is Basherdirk@gmail.com. You share it with me. That's not only Basher for the Gallery of Bashtards, it's for everything I do. So you want to talk to me? You got something to say? Blah, blah, blah. We become friends and we exchange phone numbers. The next thing you know, we get married. No, it happens. Melly C says 7-Up for sure. And yes, I love to drink on a plane. Fuck. It's a sport. Drinking on the plane is one of my favorite pastimes of all time. 7-Up. None of the two. I don't drink sodas. Yeah, well, shit happens. You don't have to drink all the soda. Anyway, I'm not going to hear the song. I'm not going to hear it. The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots. The sublime is over. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world. It's so weird that I didn't hear that. The Gallery of Bastards, send me your shots. The sublime, the obscure. It sounds like Michael Sweet. We're starting off with the incomparable one. It is Melly C. Oh, gosh. When we were Wednesdays kids. You ready? Oh my God. It's Eminem Madness's kitties. It's just too much to bear. It's just too much. Too much. And Daniel, have a soda, will you? It's refreshing. 7-Up is so good. It's so crisp. Not the diet shit. I want the real shit. I want it. If you get it in the little bottle, oh, so good. Look at these guys. Oh my God. Look at them. Carolyn, are you around for baby Mork? Oh my God. Oh, look how lovey-dovey they were. What happened? Are they ever lovey-dovey? Oh my God. That deserves the biggest heart out in the whole wide world. Come on. There you go. Do they ever do that anymore? Like, how would that stop? Did you fall out of love with your brother? It can't happen. Oh my God, that was just too much. That's called breaking the internet, Melly C. Andrew Ogwich, each in their favorite places. They're all like on their tuffets. You want to know what a tough? Very rarely, says Melly C. What is that about? Why would that be? Look at them in their own spots. Well, oh, look at that. Okay, there's a foot shot. He's starting again. Andrew, down. Down, Andrew. Down. It's beautiful. Thank you, Andrew. M&M kittens. I mean, that's just too much. It's just too much. Absolutely too much. See, what is this? Is there a picture here? No. It's a Nick Brooker, but it says something that doesn't have a picture attached to it. But I got to make sure that I know what's that. Oh, there it is. Tilly and Constellation. Hey, oh. Listen, one of the watches of the watch world that nobody ever talks about, ever. And I was watching a watch show the other day. I don't watch shows much. I'm trying to remember what it was, and somebody had a watch on it. The guy goes, "That's a constellation, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's a constellation." It wasn't a constellation at all. It was a Seamaster. It was vintage, and it was a show like people should know what they're talking about. It was not a constellation. That's gorgeous. Look at that thing. See, a lot of people. This is a very, very, very different kind of thing, and people don't even realize it. What a great looking watch, man. So elegant, so dressy. Tilly, look at that face. That's just too much. Oh, great. Look at that. Look at this pixels on this thing. Wow. Tilly. Oh, and then one down. Hey, Tobster McDonkey. Look who's in the room. One of the few Omegas I would buy, the Meteorite Dial version. I agree, man. That Meteorite Dial is gorgeous. Great watch to get dressed up in, right? Looks so nice. Oh, it's a video. One moment, please, for an operator that can assist you. And then I'll clear this out, and then I will plus this, and then I will do this. Getting faster at it, kids. Fabulous. I mean, what kind of baby is that? Because she knows you're filming her, and she's like, "What the hell are you doing, Daddy?" So, million kinds of wrong. Thank you so much, Nick Brooker. That was amazing. That was amazing. When I was young, Germany, 8990 Falklands. Wow. Wowie kazowie. Look at this handsome little bloke. Look at him. What a baby. What a baby. 89. Remember that? Jesus Christ. 89. The music was great. Amazing. Look at this. Oh, wow. That's cool. Look at this action. My God. Amazing. Hey, look at this. Look at Brooker. God, you look like almost like a young Tom Cruise there. Wow. This is terrible. The droop in. And look at the lady. Is that Samantha Fox? Oh my God. That looks like Samantha Fox. Look at the girly stuff on the walls. Hilarious, man. Brooker, legend. Legend. I'll never forget the very first time as an adult, I went to England and I had a Carlsberg Extra brew in the big tall silver can. Man, I got hammered off that. It was incredible. Wow. Nick Brooker. Wow. Oh, Jays, look at this. Amazing. Oh, look at that. Look what's on. Look at that. Is that not cool or what? On the epaulette. Wow. These are murder in a box, Nick Brooker. Look at these. When we were Wednesdays, my friends. That's beautiful, man. Thank you, Nick Brooker. How fantastic. Eric Bell, it's a Bad Puss and Wee Man 9 years ago. Oh, you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Oh my God! Look at the eye. Look at these two. Oh my God! What beautiful babies! Amazing. Oh yeah. Wow. Look at these beautiful babies. Oh man, they couldn't be more gorgeous. Thanks, buddy boy. Look at that. And you have a that's 9 years ago, right? iBashers picture gallery from Mart with the king of the forest. Look at him. Look at this regal beast on his pedestal. Now, my question is this, because I know he's a cat and cats are super agile. Does he just jump up there and just sit like that? Isn't that amazing? Because humans could never do that. And just nail it. It's like an Olympic event and he could just do it. Amazing. Sorry, Tiger, but you just don't fit on that chair. Oh, but he thinks he does. Look at that. There's a good combination of the red and white, though. Yeah, you take care of those paws, kiddo. Amazing. Nick Brooker, man. And Mart, thank you guys for both of those. Mart, I mean, that's just too much. So far, so great. What else we got? Oh, this is great from Gary and Susan. You guys are just too damn much. Can I just say this? Here's a few pictures of us when we were young. I'm wearing my Captain Scarlet outfit made by my mom, and Susan is reading the Bruins on a recent visit to her Scottish relatives. Wonky, the foxes, and the badgers are now up to 8 most nights and are doing well in eating us out of house and home. It was really good to hear about the result yesterday for you, and DL should have been made to pay your quit. Unfortunately, that doesn't exist in the United States. They should. She certainly should have paid for all that stuff. But anyway, let's get going with Gary and Susan. Wait to see how cute these are. First of all, these guys are amazing. And wait to see this. Outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Look at the face on this one. Jesus. Right. Unbelievable. Look at this shot. Look, he's got a gun in his hand. Kids can't have guns anymore. Gary, you can't even buy, you can't buy a toy gun in New York. They don't sell them. You can't play cowboys and Indians. You know why? It's racist. The cowboys don't like it. Oh my God. First of all, how have you ever seen a more beautiful child in your life? I mean, she's a beautiful woman, but my God, what an absolute angel. It's just angelic. Look at that face. My God, she's mesmerizing. She could have been the biggest child model in history. She's so beautiful. Outrageous. And some watches from them. Look what he's got. He's got a Millie. He's got the Z Blue looking great, man. Amazing. Of course, I love that watch. And look at this. His 1989 Coke. What the F, man? Can you believe that? Look at this. If I was to get a GMT Master too, man, that would be the one I'd want. I love the old crazy the old Pepsis, the early 70s Pepsis that are half purple. Man, the Coke, man, look at that thing. Is that crazy? Carolyn Martin, do you have one of those? You do, right? I think she does. I think she does have one of those. And Zenith, it is the Daytona Killer, in my humble opinion, because I would much rather have one of those. And it's also pretty cool that he's driving his 308 GTB. Very, very cool vehicle. Look at that. And it's right-hand drive. Jesus. That is nuts. Wow. Look at that. I guess they made them for England. For king and country. Amazing. Thank you very much. Amazing, amazing shots, you guys. And thank you very much. Thank you for all that you do here at iBashers. We are grateful. The wee man, Mr. Bell. Oh, look at this. Look at this. You ready for this? Are you ready for this? Could you be more beautiful? Look at that. God, amazing. There's the wee man. Brilliant. What a photograph, man. What an absolutely legendary photo. And Bad Puss. It's great. Look at that. Like a marsupial. I love when cats do the marsupial thing. Absolutely great. Look at that. You're beautiful, man. Thank you, pal. They're gorgeous, man. So grateful. Steve McLeod of the Clan McLeod for the Gallery of Bastards. Gorgeous, huh? Let me make this larger. Can I make it larger? This is larger to let me go, but it's beautiful. You're at the museo, huh? Look at that. Look at that. Is that art too? Can I blow this up? Oh, that's amazing, man. Very cool. Beautiful shots, man. Outrageous. Steve McLeod of the Clan McLeod. Was that is remnants of Majorca? Let me see on the email header here. Doesn't say, but for our gallery. Thank you so much. It's some Saki cuteness from Fergal. We love some Saki cuteness. Unbelievable. That's a sign when the cats do the little donut thing and they put their hand over their paw over their face. It means that they feel as more secure than ever. Look at you, you big baby, Saki. We love you, man. Saki, everybody. What a great kitty shot, man. We love some Saki. Mr. Julian, the Gallery of Julian, yeah. Amazing. Look at this. You're locked in the shadows. Saturday. Look at that. It's almost like an Elton John. Oh, I remember those glasses when they were really big. Amazing. Look at the color on that, too. How do you... Wait a second. Was that see-through? Oh, Jesus. Julian, I don't know. This looks like Mick Jagger. Doesn't it? It looks like Mick Jagger in Birmingham. Yeah, Julian's very classy. Amazing stuff. Always. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. Is that travertine walls? Wow. It's a pretty door, too. Amazing. Yeah, Nick, totally. Lots and lots and lots of Julian's pictures I said could have been like hypnosis or, they lend the imagery is so abstract sometimes you have to look at it. They could certainly be album covers. I've always said that about his work. It's crazy shit. Is that inside of a kiln? What is that? What are you inside? Oh my Lord. Oof. Now that doesn't even I know that everything you do is in the lens, but it looks like a dirty escalator, perhaps. Looking out of a tubular window, but it just looks like painting, like art. I have no idea what's happening here. I feel like I'm in the Tesseract. Wow, that's really crazy. Amazing. Yeah, so much of his stuff does that. Like sometimes you just feel like you're in the Matrix or Interstellar. Look at that. What are those things on the side? Those like hexagonal shaped things. What are those? Is that a heating element in a window? Probably. And this looks straight out of Blade Runner. Outrageous. Wow. The gallery is just on fire today, you guys. Look at this beautiful stuff. Look at this little girl traipsing along this beautiful pond. It's mesmerizing. Yeah. Actually, the best Mick Jagger impersonation I ever heard was by David Bowie. Yo. He was like on that guy, Graham Norton. And he's like David Bowie's like goes they tried to get into a club, and the guys were like, "Gentlemen, we can't let you in looking like that." And he goes, and Mick goes, "What? You want us to look like you?" It's really good. The Gallery of Julian. Thank you, buddy boy. Beautiful stuff as always. Grateful for that. And Fergal screenshots. What do you have here? Oh, this is a wine he purchased. This is a great wine. People are talking about it. It's one of the greatest wines in the world, and it certainly is. And it's a fifth growth Bordeaux. It's a Haute Bataille. Bataille. Chateaubriand, 90, Pauillac. 1993. Pauillac being my favorite wine in the world. Pichon Longueville Comtesse de Lande being the one that is my favorite, but I will drink any of them. I don't care. Hey, Dirk, hope all is well with you. I've been catching up on all the replays, but look to be live today. It's Lassic. The green in the right light is pretty cool. Well, yeah. But it also looks good on that arm. I mean, look at this. Look at this crazy arm you got going on there. This is Superman. Look at four. You and Steve Garvey. Look at that. That is Crazy Town. I'm going to take you to Crazy Town. I mean, that's amazing, man. Absolutely incredible. Look at that. Great shot. Look at the size of his forearm. I mean, that's like you're like the Superman, no? You're like the Superman. Indeed you are, Mr. Lassic. Younger me. Oh, I asked for it. Oh, shit. Joe LaFaro. Joe LaFaro. And what did I say? I said he was probably like varsity football. Look at this handsome stud. Look at that. Ah. And his stud, Joe. I love your jersey, stonewashed jeans. Joey, Joey, Joe. Joe, Joe, Joe. Those are the best. It's nothing like stonewashed jeans, man. Killer. You got your key fob. You got like, what do you have here? Like a, you have like a, is that a beeper? It looks to be the 80s, early 90s, and isn't that wonderful? We wouldn't have it any other way. I asked for it and I got it, and I'm grateful for that. And from Bert, look at this. Ooh, nice ride. In front of a gorgeous castle. Amazing. Looky there. Once I get Italy side, I'm going to go get some kind of Vespa action. Apparently, they're a lot cheaper. 1984 Canon camera. Oh, it's a Canon camera, says Joe. Says Joe LaFaro. Amazing. Wow. I'm loving every second of that picture, Joe. It's killer. I told you, you look like, I know you're a paisan, but my God, you look like varsity football. You totally do. Amazing. Great shot. Great ride. Great castle. Amazing. Today at Glamis Castle, just outside of, I'm not going to pronounce any of this race, Kirrimure, Bon Scott's hometown. Oh, how cool is that? Great ride, man. Looking great. Beautiful. And that castle's amazing. Thanks for letting us know what it is. JHB, wrist shot at Epcot on an elevator to outer space. You're on your way to outer space. Oh shit, no time to die. That's amazing. Look at that shot. Look at that loom on this thing. Oh, come on. My father-in-law wants this watch really, really bad. I'm like, well, just fucking get it. Go get the watch. It'll make you happy. If it makes you happy, go get it. Look at that thing. That watch is beautiful, man. But I gotta say though, oh shit. Oh, look at this. You really are. Look at this, Florida. Wow. You know what the Zindi did to Florida in Star Trek, right? But that's the money shot right there, though. JHB. Killer. Absolutely killer. And JHB, one more on the A320. Hey. I thought we were flying an A350 on the way to Italy, and I was very excited because I've never been on one. Turns out it's the A330 Neo. And I went, wah, 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 wah. Shit. Because I know that we're flying on ITA, right? And I know that ITA has A350s. So whatever. Looking great, man. Perfect size for your wrist too, killer. On the A330, A320, yeah, right. Amazing. Okay. Amazing. That's amazing. Guys, that's the Gallery of Bashtards. I'm not going to hear the song, I don't think, unless they fixed it.
The Gallery of Bashtards, send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards, you share them with me, and I share with the world.
It's so uninspiring to me to not be able to hear the share with the world. Let's see what the comments are before we call it a night. Let's see, where were we? 7 Up. That's where we ended, right? Topster wants that Omega with the meteor. I love it. Melly C says, when she does show Mork love, Mork looks concerned, borderline terrified. Chilly, gorgeous. Mark in Brooklyn says that Christy Nome wants my favorite person in the world, wants to paint the entire southern border wall black. Okay, why not? So it will get hot in the sun and make it harder for people to climb it. People aren't climbing over the wall. She should go back to go find the nearest pole, is what she should do. That's all I have to say about that puppy murderer. Cool pics, Nick. Indeed. Long time ago, Melly. Amazing. 80s was a fabulous decade. It sure was. Absolutely it was. Ray Ray, when we were all young. Aren't black and white photos very classy? Sure, man. Who loves... My whole life is black and white. Julian, you're so classy. Julian's photos could be... Yeah, they could. Completely. Looking forward to seeing Julian's photos in person at his London exhibition. Me too. Come on. Come on, Christine. No, I swear it's Christine. Why, Ray Ray, why do you always send me a picture at the very end of the show? Oh, for the donkey. Okay. Here we go. I keep it open just in case, Ray Ray. There it is. Donkey of the week. Is there a name for this donkey? We should have it, Ray Ray. Let us know. Did you give us a great shot? Joe LaFaro, Handsome Joe, was out there with a Canon camera. Andrew made it for the end. Hey! Guess I'll watch the whole thing tonight. Yeah, you can indeed. And great show, guys. But it's yeah, we're closing it out. Needing your beauty sleep. Great music in the 80s. What's the name of that donkey, my friend? Anyway, guys, that is the show. Thank you so very much. Sorry I was an hour late. I'm really sorry, but I love you all, and I just got to take care of the lady because that's how I roll. So that's it. That's all I can. It's all I can do. Guys, remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. Remember, if you encounter unkindness, give that person the benefit of the doubt. Why? Because they're either the greatest person in the world or else they're a